They tell you that grief is a wave. They tell you it will wash over you and eventually recede. But they are lying. At 83, grief isn't a wave. It's the air you breathe. It's the cold, heavy silence that sits in the corners of every room. When Richard died, I didn't just lose a husband. I lost the only person on this planet who truly knew I existed. Think about that for a second. Right now, as you sit there, someone knows where you are. Someone expects you home. Someone hears you breathe. But what happens when that person is gone? What happens when you realize that if you stopped breathing right this second, the only thing that would change is the sound of the clock ticking on the wall? That is the loneliness nobody warns you about. It isn't a feeling, it's a physical weight. It's a shadow that follows you into the kitchen and tucks you into an empty bed at night. It is terrifying, and if you aren't careful, it will swallow you whole. I'm Eleanor. I've been a widow for 3 years now. People say I'm handling it well. They see me at the market, they see me at church, but they don't see the reality. They don't see the 3 a.m. terror. They don't see the way I stare at his empty shoes in the hallway until I forget my own name. I'm here to tell you the truth. No fluff, no poetic nonsense. Just the raw, jagged reality of being 83 and alone in a world that is moving too fast to notice you're drowning. The loss of the witness. The hardest part isn't the big things. It's not the funeral or the legal papers. It's the loss of the witness. For 46 years, Richard was the witness to my life. If I burned the toast, he was there to laugh. If I saw a beautiful bird on the porch, I had someone to point it out to. My life mattered because someone else was watching it happen. When your spouse dies, you become invisible. I can go an entire Tuesday without speaking a single word out loud. Think about that. Not one word. You start to wonder if your voice still works. You start to wonder if you're even still there. I find myself looking in the mirror more often now. Not out of vanity, but just to confirm that I haven't faded away into the wallpaper. Without a witness, you are just a ghost haunting your own hallway. It is a psychological erosion that chips away at your soul every single day. The cold side of the bed. They don't tell you how big a house feels when there's only one heart beating in it. Every floorboard creak sounds like an intruder. Every gust of wind sounds like a warning. The bed is the worst. For decades I had a boundary, his side, my side. Now there is no boundary. But I still stay on my sliver of the mattress. I can't bring myself to cross that invisible line. I've tried putting pillows there. I've tried putting the dog there. Nothing works. The cold from that empty space seeps into your bones. It's a reminder that half of you is underground. You realize that you are the last one holding the memories. All our private jokes, the way he liked his eggs. The story of our first car. If I forget them, they are gone forever. That is a massive burden to carry when your brain is already tired. You become a walking museum of a life that no longer exists. The social ghost. Then there are the friends, or what's left of them. Most of our couple friends disappeared within 6 months. It's not that they're mean, it's just that a widow is a reminder of what's coming for them. I'm a ghost at the dinner table. I'm the third wheel that makes everyone uncomfortable. They look at me and they see their own future, and they hate it. so they stop calling. The invitations dry up. You become a project. We should check on Eleanor. It's never, we want to see Eleanor. It's a chore. I've learned to stop waiting for the phone to ring. If I want a connection, I have to fight for it. I have to be the one to reach out, even when my pride is screaming at me to stay silent. Because if you don't fight, you will be forgotten. In America, we don't value the old. We hide them. We put them in rooms and hope they stay quiet until the end. I refuse to be quiet. The danger of the routine. When you live alone, routine can be your best friend or your executioner. It is so easy to fall into a gray fog. You stop getting dressed. You stop eating at the table. You start eating over the sink like an animal. Why bother with a plate? Who is there to see? I caught myself doing it. I was standing in the kitchen eating cold soup out of a can, staring at a wall. I hadn't brushed my hair in 2 days. I realized I was giving up. I was letting the loneliness win. Now I force myself. Every morning I get up at 7 a.m. I do my hair. I put on a real outfit. I set the table for one. I use a cloth napkin. It feels ridiculous. It feels like I'm playing house, but it's a barricade against the madness. If you stop respecting yourself, the loneliness will turn into a rot. It will eat your dignity until there's nothing left but a shell. You have to act like your life still matters, even when you don't believe it. The fear of the fall. Let's talk about the physical terror, the one nobody likes to mention, the fear of being found. Every time I go into the bathroom, I think about the tile floor. I think about how hard it is. I think about my hip. If I fall and hit my head, how long? That's the question. My daughter calls on Sundays. If I fall on Monday, I could be there for 6 days. 6 days on a cold floor. That thought doesn't just scare me. It keeps me from living. I find myself avoiding the stairs. I find myself being too careful. And when you are too careful, you stop living. You start existing in a state of constant low-level panic. I bought one of those medical alert buttons. I hate it. It's a plastic reminder of my own frailty. But I wear it. I wear it because I refuse to let my life end on a bathroom floor because of pride. You have to be realistic. You have to acknowledge that your body is a traitor. It will fail you. And when it does, you need a plan that doesn't rely on luck. The money pit of loneliness. Being alone at 83 is expensive. Everything is designed for two. The groceries come in family packs. The utility bills don't go down just because one person is gone. You're paying for a life that was built for a team, but you're playing the game solo. I see my bank account dwindle. Every repair is a crisis. The roof leaks. The furnace dies. Richard used to handle all of that. Now I have to deal with contractors who see an old woman and see a payday. I've been ripped off twice. It makes you feel stupid. It makes you feel small. You realize that the world is waiting for you to slip up so it can take what's left of your independence. You have to be sharp. You have to be cynical. You have to realize that nobody is coming to save you. You are the captain of a sinking ship, and you have to keep bailing water until the very end. The why. So why do I stay? Why don't I just go to the facility like my daughter wants? Because I am still here. My heart is still beating. My brain is still sharp, and I have things to say. I've learned that the only way to survive this kind of loneliness is to find a reason to be useful. For me, it's Sarah and Emma next door. It's picking up that little girl and seeing her smile. It's knowing that for 1 hour a day, I am the most important person in her world. That is the secret. You have to find a way to matter to someone else. It doesn't have to be a spouse. It doesn't have to be a child. It can be a neighbor. It can be a stranger. But you have to give. Loneliness is a hole that you can only fill by pouring yourself into others. If you just sit and wait to be filled, you will dry up and blow away. Being a widow at 83 is a battle. Every single day is a fight for relevance. It is a fight against the silence. But I'm still standing. I'm still here, in this house, surrounded by the ghosts of 46 years. And I'm not done yet. I want to ask you something tonight, and I want you to be honest. If you disappeared tomorrow, who would truly miss your voice? Not your money, not your help, but your voice. If that thought makes you uncomfortable, maybe it's time to reach out. Don't wait for the phone to ring. Call someone. Tell them a story. Make some noise. We're all in this together, even if we're in different houses. Please, leave a comment below. Tell me about your witness. Tell me how you fight the silence. I read every single one. It makes this big, quiet house feel a little smaller. And if you're finding your way through the dark like I am, subscribe to the channel. Let's walk this path together. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for listening. It means more than you know. Take care of yourself. Keep your lights on. I'll see you soon.